Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be on a Westinghouse WGen3600. The dogs are already barking, so you know what that means. We're going to get to work. And I'm going to show you guys what's wrong with this. I'm assuming that it's the carburetor because customer said it's just been sitting, needs it running. Same one who I did these two bikes for. So I'll show you how I test that theory to make sure that we are in the right track. And that's going to be as simple as dropping you guys down, finding where the air filter is, and we're going to remove this air filter. Westinghouse is a good brand. This is a 212 engine, and you cannot buy a 212 Predator and just put it on. This generator shafts are way different. You'd actually need a tapered shaft. So if your engine's shot, you actually got to buy a generator engine. So now we have access to the carburetor. I thought I was going to need an 8mm too, but it turns out this doesn't have the pre-filter. Also no fuel shutoff solenoid, so that's good. Let's turn the fuel to off because we don't need it on, and I'll show you why. Everybody knows the trick of spraying carburetor cleaner in there, but you can also just shoot fuel in there. This is isopropyl alcohol though, same thing. I just blew off my tip there, but shoot it in there. Now we can pull it, see if she starts and dies. Actually, the isopropyl alcohol is not going to do as good as I thought it was going to do. I was hoping that would work and that would show something cool. Just stick to the carburetor cleaner. Now we'll choke it up, see if she starts and dies. Oh, I have the engine on off. Maybe that would have, maybe the isopropyl alcohol would have worked. And instantly dies. So that 100% tells us there's a carburetor issue. But we are golden on the carburetor issues, ladies and gentlemen. We can fix that no problem. So we are going to get up in here with our 10mm. I hate this bar here. It's not a bad bar, but it makes it harder to film. Two 10mm nuts right there. Now, this is a little trick you guys can do here. There's one more that's actually an 8 on the back. But all I do when I repair these is I just bend that down. I do not do anything else except just bend that down. We'll remove the choke. This gasket looks pretty good. I'm going to need pliers, but same thing with even your Hondas and everything else. You just pull off the throttle. Now, I don't want to take that gasket with me. But that's fine. Let me get my needle nose pliers. Pinch. Okay. Perfecto. These small fuel lines, let me tell you, pain in the ass. This fuel line's been on here a while, so it's like a little, what do you call it, like attached. So you just pinch the fuel line at the nipple and pull it back. Hopefully it stays intact. A lot of times they rip off if they're old. And yes, ethanol-free gas will degrade fuel lines as well. Don't let anyone tell you it's just ethanol gas. I think there's no gas in the tank. Like I said, I didn't want to take this gasket with me, but it seems to be stuck on there pretty good. But here's the carburetor off. Okay, I don't want to rip any of these gaskets. Let's just throw that on the ground. This green one's going to be a pain in my ass. Okay, we'll take it off at the bench. Let's get to the bench. Okay, here we are at the bench. What do I have here that I can use to help me? A blade somewhere. Oh, here we go. I don't want to cut the gasket either. I could probably use heat. Maybe use a heat gun. I can also just, because I'm going to use the ultrasonic cleaner today, I can just throw that ultrasonic cleaner. A lot of people be like, you never do that. You're going to kill something. But I've been doing this for a minute. And yeah, I might just soak that a little bit. After like 5 minutes, reach in there and just pull it out because the ultrasonic cleaner has heat in it. So, we'll take this carburetor the same way we take apart every carburetor. And we might get to see my little fancy trick today for the emulsion tube, unless it comes right out, which it did. There's the pilot jet. We will throw those two pieces in the ultrasonic cleaner. Now to get this bowl off, you just take it and whack it. Bowl is looking good. There's some residue in there. The float looks kind of dark. Ooh. There you go. There's a new problem that you normally don't see. If you guys see, I cannot pull this out. But good thing with this carburetor is it has a little lip on there to remove this needle. Normally, I don't throw the needle in the ultrasonic cleaner, but today is going to be an exception because this is stuck. And I wonder, real quick before I remove it, is it stuck shut or stuck open? It is stuck shut. So no gas will get into this carburetor at all. So we're just going to pinch it, twist a little bit. Oh, that is super stuck. Oh, look at that. Now from here, all we got to do is, you could actually throw it in on the float too, but we'll just remove it, take off the spring. Now take a peek at that. So that definitely, all that gunk and buildup, that definitely has to go in the ultrasonic cleaner. So that piece will go with us. Oh yeah, you don't normally see them that bad. Looks like we got everything removed. We can leave that gasket on. It's not going to hurt nothing. Oh no, emulsion tube and jet. So, ooh, this carburetor has been sitting a minute. Even that was a little stuck. So I guarantee that emulsion tube is stuck in there. So this is perfect to show you guys my little trick here. I'm going to show it on every time I do a carburetor cleaning. Let me see. And that is clogged up. I always like to try to show you guys. And then afterwards, I'll show you what it looks like. Matter of fact, I can show you now what it looks like clean. Let me show you my trick real quick. You take a straight pick. They're 97 cents at Harbor Freight. You just put it in there into the hole, give it a light tap with a screwdriver, and then just yank it out. Beautiful. I need to get a new pick because this one is dull. But like I said, what were we doing? I was going to show you guys what this looks like clear. So you get one of these, and as always, links in the description. This little drill here, and most of the time this fits right in this hole. This one might be too small. Even though it's a 212, I use this drill. Oh no, there we go. I got to drill out the crud in there. There we go. Now we're through. There's a lot of crud in there to drill up. And the ultrasonic cleaner would have cleaned that up. But now you guys can see my drill is through, and now you guys see the orange right there. So this was clogged. So not only would fuel get in there, but even if fuel got in there, there would have been no fuel going up through the carburetor into the Venturi and making it run. So this carburetor definitely needs a good cleaning. So let's throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner and come back and put it all together. Now everything's clean. This needle actually looks pretty good. I tried to do something else and that failed. So now I got a bigger project than what I thought. I tried to make a video and it didn't work out too well for that. But you guys will see that in the future if you're subscribed with notifications on. I'll even give you a little sneak peek at the end of this video of what I'm talking about. Now we can put it in there. Oh, now it's going nice and smooth. There we go. Perfect. So, as I always say, the double band, single band goes in to the carburetor when you're putting the emulsion tube back in. So, we are going to screw in this brass jet, little past hand tight. Perfect. Now we can put our bowl back on. For new people to this channel, if you're looking at the carburetor goes on like this. The nut to drain always goes out to the left. Always, 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 always. No exceptions. So this has been a pretty simple repair so far. If everything goes right, which I'm assuming it will. It always goes right. Other than a generator that I thought was going to be a simple, well, put new brushes in it, put a different voltage regulator in it, and now I got to change the whole rotor and stator. I got that gasket off. You can see a little bit of the green on there. Pull that back a tad. And there we go. Let's take our 10mm and get over there. Look at that thing. Beautiful. I love Dawn just so bad. I fixed a lot of stuff today. This is probably going to be my last one for the day. I don't like to overwork myself. And I do this part-time, so, you know, just need to make a little bit of money because it's fun. So we put the throttle back in. Push the carburetor back. Put on our other gasket. Put on our fuel line. Now before anything else, I'm going to take everything off the top of this. I'm going to put our choke back on. Nothing beats putting this all back together and then forgetting you put the choke off. So real quick, we're going to put some gas in. I always say everybody should have one of these electronic fuel pumps. They're dirt cheap. Get them at Harbor Freight. Get them at Walmart. If you really want I'll even put a link in the description for the Amazon one. They make putting gas in machines so much better, so much easier. You can't beat it. Oh, my 230 alarm's going off. Hopefully you can't hear it too much. But I'll put some gas in this. I'll go turn off my 230 alarm. Hey, boy. So, turns out I wasn't even filming. So I just was telling that before I put, the reason I put gas in it first was to make sure we had fuel flow in. As you could see, the puddle on the ground. And then I put the carburetor on. And now I'm going to hand start these, since I'm going to get at them at a weird angle. Oh wait, I do got a leak. I'm flooding. The carburetor is flooding. Is it flooding or is it coming out? I do have a leak. As you guys see, it is leaking. So let me turn off this gas here and I'll take a quick peek. I think it's just flooding. Sometimes just banging on it will do the trick. Now I'm wondering if it's actually leaking from somewhere else and it's not flooding, but it's looking like it's calmed down. Let me turn. Gas is on. Okay. Now it's not dripping real bad like it was. So maybe it was just flooded. Now, once I get this thing running and all that vibration and shaking, that will clear up if there's a float problem, unless I gotta rebuild the carburetor. I don't think I'll have to. But once gas is circling through there and that float's jumping up and down, it will finish cleaning up that needle. So it's looking good. Gas is to the on position, so still no flooding. Oh, that choke's nice and tight. Let me double check to make sure we have oil. I did not check it on this one. Okay, there's oil in there. Maybe not a lot. Let me double check it. Yeah, we got oil. Okay, it is on the run position. So let's say we give this bad boy a crank. See what she does. Choke is to the on position. Gas is on. There is no dripping, dropping now. So if we get this thing to run, that's great. And we'll test for power. I got a nice light I can use. Beautiful. A little bit of surging. Power. We have power. So the surging will smooth out after this thing ran a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the gas and let it die. And then we'll come back when it dies. So it needs a little bit more gas. But other than that, this thing is running pretty good. It'll clear up. So let's try it again just to make sure. Am I filming? Gas is to the on position. Now, as soon as I turn the choke off. Oh, there we go, there we go. I might just let this thing run for a few hours, like 1 or 2. But while that's going on, think it's going to be fine. It's going to work out perfect. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'm done for the day. Whew! Hey, not bad. 3.5 videos done today. So like I said, my mom just bought that Predator for 130 bucks, not producing power. I thought, oh, brushes. Took off the brushes, brand new. Couldn't do it in the pawn shop, they wouldn't let us. But I have a blown up engine you guys might have seen on this video, or on the short. I don't remember if it was a full form, it was a while ago. Same exact engine, newer though. And I think I could just put the alternator from that on there, because that's a good alternator, or a good rotor stator, but bad engine, obviously. As always, subscribe to this channel, like it, share it with a buddy who has a Westinghouse 3600, whatever. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.